right, next up we have Ashley Castro. Tell us more.
Thank you, Dr. Raimundo, and good afternoon, everyone. Now that you have the gist of our restoration strategy in Micronesia, I will be discussing the growth comparisons of our Acropora species in two contrasting nursery environments. Now, the goal of this project is to obtain baseline growth rates for staghorn species to inform our restoration efforts in Micronesia. Okay, so in Guam, Lori mentioned we do have two ocean coral nurseries. We have PD bomb holes, which lies at a depth of 4 meters. In this site, we do experience high water flow. It is also a marine protected area with a lot of pretty fishies. We have lots of herbivory there. As you can see in the photos below on your left hand side, the light availability is great. It's beautiful there. In total contrast, we have Maritzo Coco's nursery. It lies at a deeper depth of 10 meters. At this site, we do experience a lot of silt buildup. It is a grounds for fishing, and that entails for low herbivory. As you can see in the photos below, you can't really see anything. So the light availability is very limited. These two sites were chosen because the reef flats were too shallow and too prone to storm damage. These two sites were selected because they also provided enough shelter and depth. Okay. So above you can see the growth differences in our Acropora acuminata in both nurseries over a 12-month period. On the y-axis, you can see the total linear extension. In other words, it is the total length summed of each branch, each fragment including each branch. Now the differences in the growth rates may be due to the environmental factors that I mentioned earlier. As you can see in red, acuminata did grow bigger and faster than compared to the ones in PD nursery. And if you can look at the photos over here. Oh, so this is how they first started. My little babies. And then you can see the obvious differences in growth in each nursery. For a 12-month period, we looked at 3 species. And as you can see in this plot, there is no significance in Virgata. But if you do look across the plot, generally in red, you can see that the frags in Coco's nursery did grow larger and faster. Now, this may be due to light availability, other factors like depth variation, or water quality. Up here, you can see our Muricata. This was the one that did the most spectacular in both nurseries. Muricata, as you can see, has noticeable differences in growth in the nursery that they were monitored in. In conclusion, this is a preliminary study. It is still ongoing with several other staghorn species that are awaiting their 12-month period. And, to get out of this project, we want the baseline growth rate data of Acropora to expand our ocean nurseries, not only in Micronesia, but globally. I'm good. That was like 2-3 minutes long.
Plenty of time for questions.
Okay, she went 6 minutes.
Do I point the laser at the person?
Hey, you point them out. You get to choose.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to give thanks to people who made this possible. That's super important.
There you go. That's 1 minute.
Any questions?
Just wondering about where the corals came from to each nursery, whether they're sourced from reefs nearby experiencing those same conditions or whether they're mixed up.
So they are pulled from our nurseries in different reef flats around the island, but we do grow them in both nurseries.
Okay, so it's not differences in the source corals.
Did you want to elaborate on that more?
Yeah, I mean, most of the Acropora exist on reef patterns and our crown thorns we add to